This just in, Secco is a bottom bitch. You heard it here first, folks.
I think that's the intro.
You're welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. And you thought it was Dio, but it was us, SuperFancom, and it's another show, but not just any show. This would be a very strange show, an awkward show, a bizarre show, if you will, as we talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We'll talk about all the stuff in between, what makes it bizarre. But before that, let's talk about your tastes, listener. Maybe your tastes are bizarre. Maybe they're not. I'm not your supervisor. But if you want something that tastes strange, go to the Green Teahouse, home of all natural, healthy green teas, great hot or cold. Go to the website, get free shipping off any order over $60 with the following flavors: the Dragon Well, Gunpowder, Buddha's flavor, and the most bizarre flavor I've ever had, Gummy Bear flavor tea. Also by JList.com, where you can find candy, cosplay, imported video games, even 18-plus adult bizarre items. All for using our promo code to get 5% off your entire order. Also by Humble Bundle, where you can get great deals on so many great games using our link. You get over $100 worth of video games directly into your inbox for $12 a month. You can cancel anytime with great games such as a first-person shooter teamwork game based on the seas called Black Hawk, where you can have up to 54 players in one battle. Or the action RPG Shineth, or games like Overlord or Gone Home. As well as Amazon Prime. By using our link, you get a 30-day free trial of Amazon Prime for free for 30 days, and after that, it's $112 a year. But it's great for deals, whatever you buy. You get so much free shipping, as well as by Geek, the people who cater to forms of geek culture, and has tons of items, whatever you fancy. We have tons of deals ranging from free shipping for over $70, clearance items under $20, even deals of the week up to 70% off. All these links in the description below, no matter where you're hearing or watching us. Now with that done, I'm Retro Rick, and I'm 100% JoJo trash. And I'm joined by Stardust Crusaders Taiga.
Is this a JoJo's reference?
It might be. And Bucky.
Hey guys, what's up?
And we are joined by someone who has not yet really experienced the Bizarre Adventure, but it's basically like Persona, in so that sort of counts. Welcome to Deej.
Right, will they steal some hearts?
Possibly. Possibly. Especially if you're playing a ref. Okay. Now, before we get into what we really have,
I'm on the final palace. I can't wait to beat that game.
I still need to I still need to play all the way through. I'm only on the first palace, and I got sidetracked by other games.
Oh God!
Yeah. But first, let's start with Taiga. What was the first, what got you into JoJo? How did you get into it?
Well, it's funny you brought up Persona, because that's what I wrote down, that I was already into Persona when my friends in college were like, hey, this is JoJo, do you want to learn why we're posing and stuff? And I was like, oh yeah, it's kind of the same thing.
Bucky, how about you?
Well, I had always heard a bit about the series, and then one day I decided I just kind of wanted to check it out, so I binged it in like 3 days, all of part 1 through 3, because that was what was animated at the time.
Right.
I, like, believe it or not, I really didn't like part 3 that much. But then I continued to read on, and I enjoyed the rest of what I read.
Now,
Yeah.
All right. Now, without giving too much away yet, what is it you like about the series, Tyga?
Well, very mimetic.
Bucky?
There's a lot about the series that I like. I really love how creative some of the abilities are. I also just really love the idea of big, hulking, beautiful men beating the crap out of each other in the most dramatic and like glamorous way possible.
Yes.
Like JoJo itself, and among a few other animes, has made me at least like 10% gayer. Not gonna, and I'm completely happy with that. Like beefy men.
Just like free. Just like free.
Yep.
Alright, let's start in JoJo no Kiniera Boken, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, created by Hirohiko Araki. It started in 1987, and as of now, there are 8 story arcs, starting with Phantom Blood. This is where we have our main JoJo, Jonathan Joestar, a rich kid whose life becomes troubled when he meets Dio Brando, who basically becomes a vampire with the help of a stone mask. Jonathan then meets up with a local rogue who basically becomes his friend, Robert E.O. Speedwagon, or Arueo Speedwagon. And basically, Speedwagon becomes one of the lifelong JoJo members' family.
OG JoJo.
And then he meets William Zappelli, who teaches him breathing techniques called Hamon. And basically, Jonathan must fight JoJo, and only one will survive. Next, we move on to Battle Tendency, where we see Jonathan's grandson, Joseph Joestar, leading up to the days of the Second World War in 1938, to combat the Pillarmen. Santa Anna, or Santana, Wamu, or Wham, AC/DC, and the ultimate life form, Cars. They are an ancient race of hostile beings responsible for creating the stone mask. What do you guys think of the first 2 arcs so far? I mean,
Do I need to see the first? Do I need to see like the first season to understand what the hell's going on?
Not at all. Actually, a lot of people start at like part 4 and then work their way backwards.
Okay. Can we all agree on something that skipping parts is for heathens?
Yes.
Like
I said the same thing when it came to Doctor Who. I was like, I want to see all the classics.
Yeah, you can't, because like if you skip, a lot of people say, oh, you can just skip part 1 and 2 because oh, they're boring, or oh, after parts 1 and 2 they changed the stands. But those people are wrong, and those people need to wash their dirty mouths, because part 1 is one of my favorites, and Jonathan is just such a pure cinnamon roll, and he deserves more love than he gets.
So is JoJo like a title given to someone, or is that like their names?
They're all alliterative names. Like Joe and Joe are in both their first and last names, and increasingly more convoluted ways. Like Jonathan Joestar, Joseph Joestar. Then you get to Jotaro Kujo.
Oh, yeah.
Is it kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh? How all the characters start with U in some way, or they end with Yusei?
Exactly.
Huh. Okay, so that makes sense.
except for all the characters are related to each other in one way or another in JoJo.
Yeah.
It's like a generational tale.
Okay.
Yeah, next we move on to Stardust Crusaders, which Deej, you were talking about earlier, is the one you've seen. This is set in 1989 as Joseph's grandson, Jotaro Kujo, along with Mohammed Abdul, Kakuin, Jean-Pierre Polnareff, the dog Iggy, journey from Tokyo to Cairo in order to defeat Dio, who has returned, and basically JoJo and his crew basically try to save Jotaro's mother's life from Dio's control, and it introduces the power of stands, which basically is a persona, which is basically a manifestation of one's mental power. And just like Persona games, you have strong stands like D4C, a Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, or Tusk. And also, just like in Persona games, you have weak stands like Cheap Trick, Fun. Or if you're playing Persona 3, basically Ken.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you.
Side note, being a JoJo fan is kind of like being a Persona user in Persona 3, as in they literally shoot themselves in the head.
Yes.
It's kind of like that. That's kind of what being a fan of this series is like.
And basically, all the Part 3 stands are mainly made up of tarot cards, which is like the Empress, Power, Judgment, the Devil, and of course, Zawardo. And basically, the Stardust Crusaders are basically Jotaro's social links.
Yeah, basically.
The second half of Stardust Crusaders, they go from being tarot cards to being gods of Egypt, like Geb, Anubis, Horus, and Beset. And basically, this is the one. Stardust Crusaders is one of the most popular of the and familiar arc. It's got a whole backstory that we could do its own episode about. It's originally, currently it's a 48 episode run. It started in 2014, but before that there was the OVA series released in 1993 and 2002. Because reasons. They were run out of order, delays happened, production decisions, political reasons, and censorship. And they did the second half first and the first part second. Insane, I know.
Yeah,
that's almost kind of rare for Japan.
Oh yeah. But
it's like Japan has like no chill.
And then from here on out, all the stands after Stardust Crusaders are basically named after a band that Araki loves, as he loves every genre of music except music from Japan.
Yeah, he does love Western music.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing I really like about it.
Yeah, it's cool.
The fourth part, Diamond is Unbreakable, which is set to be dubbed by and shown on Toonami in a few weeks, I think.
This is the one that you told me to start watching, right?
Yeah, because that's the one that a lot of people I know have basically just started with this arc and fell in love with JoJo and just worked their way backwards.
Yeah, part 4 is really, really good. Honestly, for me, it's tied as my it's tied with part 1 for me as my favorite.
Now, basically, to give you a summation of what Diamond is Unbreakable is, it's set in the fictional town of Morio. In 1999, it follows Joseph's illegitimate grandson, Josuke Hishikata, as he meets friends and enemies. And the town is populated with all these stand users, created by a bow and arrow, 2 items which gave Dio his stand. You have Josuke Okuyasu, who is a cinnamon roll.
He's so good.
Yes. Kyoichi Hirose, the return of Jotaro, and manga artist Rohan Kijibe.
Gucci Man.
Yeah, Rohan.
Rohan, who got his own OVA.
Oh god, the OVA. Oh god.
It's so
Big
cringeworthy.
lift OVA. That was a
Like-
alligator moment.
As they hunt down a killer named Yoshikage Kira, who's basically anime David Bowie.
Yep.
Now in the 5th part, Vento Arueo, aka Golden Wind, as it's now called. It's set in Italy in 2001, and our main character is Giorno Giovanna, who fights his way to the top of Passion, one of the most powerful gangs in Italy, as he plots to overthrow the gang's mysterious boss in order to protect civilian populace from the drug trade.
It's basically the fashion mafia.
Yes.
Yep, because drugs are bad. Okay.
No, I was waiting for it.
Yep. Then we got Part 6, Stone Ocean. It's set in 2011, and Jotaro's estranged daughter, Jolene Cujo, is framed for a murder and imprisoned in the Green Dolphin Street Jail in Florida. Then we actually go into an alternate timeline. So basically an alternate Earth.
Got it.
So much static. I don't know why. Okay, we got which we then go into Steel Ball Run. Set in the 1890s in the United States. This is gonna be like our worst episode, I can tell. Steel Ball Run. What are you gonna say, Deej?
I was gonna say, don't worry, you can just edit a lot of this out.
I hope. Not if there's all that static, I can't. The Steel Ball Run follows the American Steel Ball Run horse race as Gyro Zappelli, the master of the unique spin technique, who seeks the race's enormous cash prize. He is followed by his paraplegic friend, Johnny Joestar, who seeks to learn to spin in order to gain the ability to walk. Also, the U.S. president wants to find Jesus.
As you would, yes.
Yes. But he wants to find the corpse parts of Jesus to gain immortality.
To make America
Great.
Did I
Make America Great Again.
Yeah.
did I hear that correctly? He wants to find the corpse of Jesus to.
Yeah.
Make America great again.
you know,
God, I feel like this is like a South Park episode.
Jesus. Hi, Gyro. I want to run this. I know we want to run this race and all, but Jesus told me I need to kill the president.
Yes.
Yep. I can't believe Jesus was the first JoJo.
He was. He really was. Also, welcome Cass to the show.
Yes, hello. I just got off work.
welcome.
I grabbed her from the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure East Coast group.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So, rewinding time with one of our stands. Cass, how did you
What's up?
how did you first get into JoJo, and what do you think about it?
Oh god, it was back when Stardust Crusaders was airing. Actually, it was during the hiatus, and a friend of mine went, "Hey, you would probably really like this series." And they and a couple others kept joking about it, and I was like, you know what, fine. I want enough jokes, so I started to watch it, and I immediately fell in love with it. And for a while, I really loved Dio, and
as one would.
Yeah, I actually caught up with it before Stardust Crusaders stopped airing, and for a while, Dio was my favorite. And then Diamond is Unbreakable started airing. And now in this house, we stand Kira.
Good. All hail Kira. Wait, wrong Kira, I think. I don't know, because I cosplay as Mikami, so I have Kira love.
Don't we all?
But I also love anime David Bowie Kira. Alright.
Moving onward. My favorite part is still Phantom Blood, actually. My favorite is Jonathan, but my favorite villain's Kira.
Of course. Alright, getting back into the arcs, we got our most recent arc, which is in 2011, we have JoJo Lean. A college student named Kaosho Hirose discovers an amnesiac, tentatively named Josuke, in Mario. After the Great East Japan earthquake, basically it causes him to have amnesia, and he doesn't know who he is. Both of them decide...
He doesn't know he has 4 balls.
Yeah. He has 4
we
balls.
have to mention the 4 testicles in the room. Yep.
Yeah, that's gotta be brought up. Yep.
Yeah.
As one does.
As one, yeah.
I'm becoming more afraid of the JoJo fandom now.
Then they both, Hirose and Josuke both decide to investigate his past. Initially, the ship's doctor, Yoshikage Kira, and the circumstances of his presence in town, leaving him to care for the Higashe family. And this is basically where the story is now. There's some type of mysterious fruit. It's basically how weird can the creator make it.
Yeah. It doesn't even have like a defined villain.
Yeah, not
yet. And there are the rock people.
Yeah. But now let's get into the fan summaries. First arc is basically think Bram Stoker's Dracula, but the good guy is Bruce Lee.
Yep.
What?
Part 2. Bruce
I
Lee.
stopped.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I stopped questioning this a long time ago.
Oh, you'll be questioning more soon.
After I saw a dog fight a Talonflame Ice Eagle, I stopped questioning it a long time ago.
Yeah, it's basically just go for things just happen. Things just happen, and you just go along for the ride.
Yep.
Now I'm waiting for the death battle with Pet Shop and Talonflame.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I guess you could say the whole damn thing's pretty bizarre.
Good night, everybody.
All right, good night, guys. Signing out. It's been fun.
Alright, back to the fan summaries. Part 2 is basically Bruce Lee's Nazi sympathizer grandson teamed up with an Italian, his mom, and a cyborg Nazi to combat ancient Aztec gods of CrossFit.
Very, very true.
I'm sorry. Bruce Lee's Nazi sympathizing grandson? What?
Teamed up with an Italian man, his mom, and a cyborg Nazi to fight ancient Aztec gods of CrossFit.
How much drugs does the creator take before he writes the script?
A lot.
Yeah. Part 3 is it's like Carmen Sandiego, but you're fighting a vampire.
Around the world in 80 days.
Yes.
Just real quick, in Iraq's defense, I don't think he really does any drugs, because, like, he looks like he hasn't aged a single day since 1980.
He really hasn't.
Something about that tap water, man.
Yeah.
Alright, number 4 is Part 2's protagonist fathers a bastard Johnny Suede, and all the characters are in a slice-of-life anime that turned into a murder mystery starring anime David Bowie, and all the characters want to get back to being a slice of life.
Yep.
Yep.
The gang kink shames David Bowie.
Pink Shame Squad.
Part 5, we meet the most flamboyant person in the universe, and he and his equally flamboyant friends try to stop the mafia from selling drugs to kids.
Oh yeah, gay mafia boys.
Very true.
Part 6, Part 3's protagonist has a daughter who goes to prison, and the priest there is the villain's most loyal follower, and evil wins, but not really.
Reacting to gay thoughts by destroying the universe.
You can't catch me, gay thoughts. Part 7, a flamboyant Italian man and his crippled best friend go on a horse race to stop the president from finding Jesus. Also, there's dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah, we forgot the dinosaurs.
Because
but
that
he's a
plot alone
dinosaur.
wasn't interesting enough.
And Part 8, a man doesn't know if he's Johnny Suede or David Bowie.
Jump.
Why not both?
Well, he has 4 balls, so why not?
Yes, he also has 4 eyeballs, too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, does he?
Yes!
Oh, God.
So he has, like, heterochromia, but it's both eyes are 2 different colors.
Oh,
It's, like, split right down the middle. It's really cool.
Okay, what do you all think of that little
I've seen it a couple of times.
So, it is like Persona? Exactly? Like, okay.
Yes.
It.
Except for
the
Mita's.
guns.
Yes.
Yeah, except for Misa's.
Mista's,
Mista.
sexy guns.
Alright, we'll be getting into, after the video, we'll get into, like, all the, stuff for it. But, here we go. I've never watched it yet, so I don't know.
Here we go.
oh, jeez, guys, the call dropped.
Oh, no.
Alright, now that that's ended, what'd you all think?
I really need to get on board of the JoJo thing because that was hysterical.
It's great.
I need to learn French.
Well, it'll once it comes to America, once it gets subbed in
Consider.
October.
I'm lazy, and I don't want to wait.
Like, in a few months.
Give me that fucking Italian goodness.
Alright, now let's get to all the stands in Vento Arueo, aka Golden Wind, as they appear, their powers, and their musical reference. First off is the first guy we see is Koichi Hirose with his stand echoes or reverb. Power of sound, it can control what you hear, feel, and weigh. And it brings sounds to life.
So if someone's like listening to rock and roll, the sound waves become like deadly?
Yes.
Yeah, or think of it as sound effects in comic books or manga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like that was super cool.
Or the Batman from 66?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this form actually has 3 forms. Its third form can add any amount of weight to an object. And the closer echoes is, the heavier the object. The farther away, the lighter. And its musical reference is the Pink Floyd song made up of 3 acts. Next is the newsstand, Gold Experience, with the Power of Life Giver, which is Giorno Giovanna's stand. It gives life to inanimate objects. to create small animals like frogs, ladybugs, or trees, and even body parts sometimes. It's a humanoid stand. It also punches, which has a second ability to overload the enemy with life energy, making them react quicker than their body, causing them to go out of sync. And it's never really used that much after.
Yeah, Araki kind of forgets the abilities a lot of times.
I forgot.
Yes.
Side-eyes Tatooine.
I can do this?
Yeah. And Gold Experience's musical reference is Gold Experience by Prince.
Of course.
Yeah. Next we have Sticky Fingers, or Zipper Man, which is the power to create pockets of open void space through zippers, and can hide objects or people, as well as displacing and reassembling stuff for later use, which is basically what we saw on the train. Its user is Bruno Buccolati, and its musical reference is the album Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones. Next we have Black Sabbath, the stand that hides in the shadows. It's an automatic long-range stand that moves in the shadows, and when it's hit by light, it becomes powerless. Its main purpose is to basically create stands for the Passion Gang via the arrow it has in its mouth. Its ability is to remove one's soul from its body, and depending on the user, if the soul is not worthy enough, it kills them. If they are, the person gets a stand. Its user is Popo, and its musical reference is the Black Sabbath. By the way, Deej, if you go to Google Images and type in stand and the stand name, you'll actually see what we're talking about.
If I write stand and then
Yes, if you write like stand Black Sabbath, it'll bring up
Images.
photos.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
okay.
That way you
Stand
can see
Okay.
the stands we're talking
Yeah.
about.
okay.
There also
Oh,
is the
okay,
video,
so he
but there
kind of
are
looks. He
spoilers.
looks like a. Kind of looks like a.
Like a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Claude Frollo if he was
Yeah.
going to Carnival. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next we got Moody Blues, the truth stand.
Oh, my goth son.
This can look into the past of location and rebroadcast events that took place. Like in the aeroplane, it can be used to replay the actions of the previous pilot and replay the events in the picture no matter when the picture was taken. It's
Oh, good lord.
or Moody Blues.
No, I was when you said the truth stand, I tried typing in to find it, and I ended up finding Ed, Edd n Eddy as the JoJos.
Please link that.
Everything is a JoJo reference.
Oh my god, let me see if I can.
Everything is a JoJo reference.
Let me see if I can let me see if I can.
Voting for president is a JoJo reference.
Yes, because he did nothing wrong.
Dude, is that a motherfucking JoJo reference?
And Moody Blues' stand user is Abeco Leon, and its reference is the band, the Moody Blues. Next we have Soft Machine. Which,
I like to forget about this guy.
Oh, Soft Machine?
Uh-huh.
Basically with the help of its rapier sword, when it stabs someone, it basically deflates them as if they were made of air.
Ugh.
And that's basically what their power is. And its user is Mario Zucchero, and its reference is the rock jazz band Soft Machine. Next, we have one of the most popular stands in Vento, Sex Pistols, or Six Bullets.
So these are all literally named after, like, real bands.
Yes.
Real bands or songs, yeah.
Yeah. Because Araki loves music. And
He
yet,
loves classic rock.
yes, and yet we have never had a stand named after the Who.
Shame.
You sure?
Yeah, I would know. I'm a giant Who fan, so like I would know if I've heard. But maybe in like the newer part. But next we have Sex Pistols, which is composed of 6 sentient beings in the shape of bullets. They're all marked with numbers 1 to 7 minus the number 4 because
The devil. Mista hates the number 4.
yes. It's a stand user uses a 6-round revolver, and the stand can change the direction of the bullets by their kicks and punches. And it's able to stop a bullet at even point-blank range. Each bullet has their own personality. Their user is Guido Mista, and it's referenced to the punk rock band the Sex Pistols. Next we have Kraftwerk. It can control kinetic energy. It can stop a moving object instantly and release it as they see fit, and the charge to it can charge its trajectory. For instance, like throwing rocks, it can pause them in midair, then walk on them like tiny stairs. Their user is Sail, and its reference is the German experimental band Kraftwerk. Next one is one of the stands I hate, Little Feet.
Oh, yeah, the guy that's into macro.
Yeah. Apt. Little Feet can basically shrink any person or object by cutting them with its sharp index finger. The cut target will gradually shrink over time along with their clothes and any item they carry. Then their stand work best if its user makes them shrink and grow at a second, giving them the illusion of vanishing and reappearing. The user is Formaggio, and its reference is the band Little Feat, but Feet is spelled with an A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Next, we have Aerosmith. This stand is in the shape of a World War II fighter jet with a pilot inside. And its powers is to basically shoot unlimited missiles and bombs.
I don't know why. I feel like that would be more appropriate for, like, Guns N' Roses. I don't know why.
It also has a secondary ability, which has a carbon dioxide detector, which can track enemies by their breath. Their user is Narancia, and it's a reference to the band Aerosmith. Next we have the Man in the Mirror. Its ability is basically to access the mirror world. It's the same as the real world, but everything is mirrored and void of life.
So my
Like me.
So my last job.
Yes. It can be used on any reflective surface as a doorway regardless of size, and forcibly drag a person into the world without their stand. And that stand user can transfer from world to world. Its user is a Luzo, and its reference is the Michael Jackson song Man in the Mirror. Next we have Purple Haze, or Purple Smoke, which attacks with massive aggression. It's basically a killer virus infection. It's a flesh-eating virus in each of the 3 bulbs on its hands. When the bulb breaks, usually because Purple Haze punches something, the virus is released and surrounds the stand. Anything that enters its range is infected, and an adult human being will melt into organic goo in about 30 seconds.
It's so powerful that Araki wrote him out of the series because he didn't know what to do with him.
Yep. And
Wow.
then Purple Haze feedback happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually read that.
I didn't either. A friend of mine did, and he explained it to me.
Was it good?
I don't know how to read. Said he enjoyed it, so.
In the case of Purple Haze, is unable to shatter its own bulbs through direct contact. It can release them in its hand like a pressurized gun. Its user is Fugo, and its reference is the Jimi Hendrix song Purple Haze. Next we have Mr. President.
Oh, God.
It's basically a non-lethal stand that can create a secret room for people to enter inside of a turtle called Coco Jumbo.
Oh boy.
Yep. It's basically, I think the first time I ever saw Mr. President was in Eyes of Heaven for the PS4.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I have that game.
It's referenced to the German band Mr. President. Next we got Beach Boy. A stand that takes the form of a fishing pole. Beach Boy's signature ability is to phase its line and hook through any object, including walls or flesh, and it basically scrapes the inside of the flesh. Also, its line on the pole works as a sensor, tracking how many people are in a room, as well as their health status through heartbeats. Its user is Pesci, and its musical reference is the band The Beach Boys. Next we have The Grateful Dead. The power of rapidly aging, both physically and mentally. And that's that power.
That's it. That's the whole damn thing.
Yep. Its user is prosciutto, and its name is, well, prosciutto is an Italian meat, so...
Tasty.
Very tasty meat, yes.
Snack boy.
And its stand reference to the band The Grateful Dead.
It's fitting that he's named after a tasty meat, because that boy's a fucking snack.
Oh. Next we have the strangest, the most bizarre stand ever. Babyface.
Cute user, though.
Yes. Anyone want to, like, clue Deej into what Babyface does? Or should I?
Oh, God.
I don't actually remember.
He is
Is it like terrifying?
a hacker? Question mark?
It's so Babyface is looks like a computer. And
Okay.
it's used to impregnate women.
Oh yes, I remember.
You know, yes.
And
and the fetus is like the stand or whatever, right?
no, it's just a homunculi.
And you people watch this?
Yeah, we read it. It basically, the stand will select a host to create a strong offspring and unleash itself upon the target, and a strange human with a strange human offspring will produce its cells rapidly and be born in under 3 minutes. And it takes the form of a homunculus, and its power is to manipulate matter. It can break itself and others into cubes and rearrange them as they see fit. And basically while the cubes are rearranging, the person is alive while filling it. So basically if it and it also has the power to remove a cube, basically if it contains an organ like Giorno's eye. Its stand user is Malone, and its reference is the R&B artist Babyface. Next we have the White Album. with the power of ice. This is a suit stand, so you can actually wear this stand. It's used as skating at high speeds, freezes foes, and protects itself via ice barrier. It has a substand called Gently Weeps, which reducing the temperature to the absolute lowest, which is negative 270 degrees Celsius, adding another layer of cold around its user.
Yeah, it's not absolute zero, is it? Because I can't remember.
No, this is below absolute zero. It's negative 270.
That's right. Okay.
Its user is Gaucho, and its reference is the Beatles' White Album, and the song "While My Guitar Gently Weeps." And now we have the memeiest meme to ever meme, King Crimson.
It just works. It
Yes,
just works.
Yes, King Crimson.
Oh God.
The memeiest meme to ever meme. It even has its own Twitter.
Oh God.
Yes, Meme Crimson. This stand, along with its substand Epitaph, which is represented by a small face on King Crimson's forehead, its ability to skip time a maximum of 10 seconds, while Epitaph can look 10 seconds into the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just works.
The causes that happen in those 10 seconds don't exist, but the effects do,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. It's cause and effect, but it skips the cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dumb.
And
Welcome to JoJo's.
Oh,
buddy.
so this is the one thing that's dumb.
yes. And basically
The
what the
single
user and basically what the user sees in Epitaph prediction is less than desirable, like getting shot or attacked. They can skip the time they took the damage. And its effect is
That's
global.
kind of badass.
Yeah. This effect is global and is felt by everyone, leaving moments of confusion. Its user is Diavolo and Depot.
Doppio.
Doppio, yeah.
Yeah, Vinegar Doppio.
Yes. Vinegar Doppio. I actually have a friend who actually cosplayed Diavolo.
I do
Yeah, I have a few friends.
Doppio, and I actually have one friend who's working on cosplaying King Crimson for Katsu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, I was actually thinking about throwing together a Gold Experience cosplay. Like, instead of just doing one of the characters, I was thinking about doing a stand.
When I do Chocolata, will you just beat the shit out of me?
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Epitaph. Next we got Clash. The stand that takes the form of a shark and can teleport via any liquid, ranging from a river to a spoonful of soup.
I completely forgot about that one.
Yes. And the bigger the liquid, the bigger the stand. The Italian name for shark is Squalo, also a member of the Varia in the anime Hitman Reborn. And its reference is the band The Clash. Next we got Talking Head. A parasite type that can attach itself to a target's tongue to control what they say. Its user is Pistano, and its reference is the band The Talking Heads. Next we have the notorious B.I.G.
Oh yeah. The good boy.
The Dead Boy.
Yeah, that too.
So basically, in order to activate this stand, the user has to die. And once activated, it's slowly...
Why?
Because JoJo.
Because JoJo. It's what's called an automatic stand, which means it doesn't need a user per se to function. Other ones like that are, there's one in part 3, there's Superfly part 4, there's that one stupid one that makes Rohan fucking dance.
Oh,
from
that's
Hardcore.
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick.
That's the one.
Yeah, Cheap Trick.
This fucking thing. There's a bunch of them, and they're all really and it's a concept I feel is underutilized. Anyway, continuing.
Yeah, basically once the user dies, it becomes activated, and it slowly infects anyone that touches the remains of the user and eats away at their flesh and energy. And the more energy it absorbs, it grows. This includes stand energy. And the energy from the automated objects, like it can go to great volume, and with enough energy, eventually have been the size of a jet plane. It starts small, and basically can grow to a jet plane.
Okay, sure, yes.
Yeah.
The thing that makes...
Yeah. It's capable of... it does have a second ability. It's capable of controlling those that are infected to a certain extent, such as making someone unconsciously write their thoughts with their hand that it infected. Its user is Carne, and its reference is the reference to BIG.
I keep thinking you're going to say BFG.
That too.
Next we have the second best girl of JoJo,
Yep.
Spice Girl.
Wannabe?
Yeah. Because the first best girl is Hot Pants. But,
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not going to contend that at all.
Is this literally a reference to the Spice Girls?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And when it attacks, it actually shouts "wannabe."
Oh my god. I have not seen that movie in years.
Yeah.
It ranks right up there with Josie and the Pussycats. Both amazing.
This is actually... It's weird because this is the second time that I'm talking about Spice Girls today. Last time it was with my coworkers earlier today, just in general, like, discussion about the Spice Girls.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a humanoid stand, and when it punches something, it makes things soft. And basically, like bullets, it can turn into Nerf bullets. Its user is Trishuna, and its reference is the all-girl Brit band Spice. Next we have Metallica.
Oh, my boy.
It controls the element of iron. Even the iron in people's blood, which basically becomes visible and makes the iron in their blood razors. So it makes them cut up. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes...
shit.
He makes a character vomit razor blades.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
It's cooler than it sounds, actually.
And Metallica is made up of it's a colony type. So basically there's a bunch of them. And they're all represented by the painter of the screen. Its user is Risotto Nero, and the reference is the band Metallica.
And he's named after pasta.
Yes. Risotto.
Next is my boy!
Next we have Green Day.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Okay, okay. So you're like, oh yeah, Green Day. How bad can this stand be?
It's a long-range virus, but it's controlled through a lower altitude and the user mold infestation. So the lower you are, the faster you die.
Oh.
And the user is a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets his rocks off doing this shit.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Like, we forgot to mention, all of these members are actually members of the gang, as shown.
It's all one gang.
But they're all, like, out to get each other, too. Like, they don't all agree. That kind of stuff.
The user is Chicolata, and the reference is the punk band Green Day, which has become, like their first album, shit. Next we have Oasis.
Here's Wonderwall.
Yep, Wonderwall.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Wonderwall.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Yep.
It's another suit stand that allows the user to travel freely underground. And that's it.
Yeah.
I think there's a My Hero character who has that same ability.
Yes, there is.
Lemillion?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
don't forget the user is a person, but also basically Chocolata's dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Seko gets treated like a puppy.
Yeah. He also, wears, doesn't he wear his stand, too?
Yes.
It's a suit stand.
Yeah.
Which is
It looks like a gimp suit.
Yeah, it really is a gimp suit.
This just in. Seko is a bottom bitch. You heard it here first, folks.
I think that's the intro.
You're welcome.
Grazie. Next we have a return from part 3, Silver Chariot.
Oh, boy.
The fucking boy.
But who's pierced by the stand arrow becomes Silver Chariot Requiem. And its ability to soul swap.
Oh, my God. That was a weird one, too.
Basically, it will put everyone to sleep in the surrounding area, and they will have their souls and stands swapped with each other.
Not that it's super, weird, just, inherently, because it's been done before, but, it just led to, one of the weirdest things to ever happen in the entire series.
And that's saying something, yeah.
Yeah.
And Requiem is protected by other stands, so if you try to attack it, your own stand will attack you back. And its only weakness is its shadow, which is casted by the nearest person's soul as indicated in the white orb. And you must destroy your own soul in order to destroy Requiem. If original user is John Pierre Polnareff, but it doesn't require a stand once it becomes a Requiem, and its references Mozart's Requiem. Next we have Gold Experience Requiem. But that will give away the ending, which I won't do, so we move on.
It's a gigantic ass pull. That's all you gotta know.
Yes. Then we come to the final stand, Rolling Stone, who I love.
Rolling Stone is pretty cool, yeah.
It's an automatic and uncontrollable stand that takes the form of a boulder and will attach itself to someone who will soon die and will slowly reveal itself in their rock and will show them their dead body in the rock and influence other people to take their own life, but have dire consequences to the one they love if refused. If user is Scallopini, which is an Italian meat dish, and it's referenced to the Rolling Stone.
Jeez.
Welcome to JoJo, buddy.
Yeah, welcome to JoJo.
So that, oh my God. Yeah. I don't even know where to begin.
You don't. You just dive in and pray.
Yeah. You could start with Diamond is Unbreakable. You have stands that come and go like a lock around your heart.
Oh yeah.
And never seen again.
Oh, yep.
Just come and goes. Here it was fun. You'll never see it again.
Yeah.
Pasta that can cure every single ailment you have.
Yes.
I love that stand so much.
God, Tonio is such
that would be so perfect for me. I'm Italian.
Oh, me too.
Mamma mia, that's the one, the spicy meatballs.
Yup.
And the stand's name is Foo Fighters. No, yeah.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam. Foo Fighters is Algae Girl.
Yeah.
That's
Girl.
right.
I love her. Her hair is an egg. She's so cute.
Yada yada today.
Don't throw around me.
I think that'll do it for us for the show. We'll do another episode. We'll do one talking about the whole backstory of the Stardust Crusaders OVA. We'll talk about the other arcs down the road. Get more people in on this that are more familiar with JoJo. Just be total JoJo trash.
And talk about the memes. That'd be great.
Yes. That's a whole episode in itself.
Oh, there is one meme I saw. Well, it was not a meme. It was like a GIF that got me somewhat interested in JoJo. Is one of the characters is reading a letter. He flips it to the side. Out of freaking nowhere, a gun comes out and shoots him.
Oh yes. The best. The best.
And I'm in tears. I'm like, what is this from? I need to watch this anime. Oh my god.
Deej, we'll find you.
On that note.
Well, you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter, both at DJ Luongo Arts.
Kara, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram with Kira names.
Bucky, where can people find you, if any place?
You can find me on Instagram at momsspaghetti.cause.
Beautiful. That's just wonderful.
Thank you.
Cass, where can people find you, if any place?
You can find me on Instagram. Breaking Oblivion. You can also find me on Twitter as Hierophant.
Sure.
You can follow me on Twitter at DefaultRick. Follow the channel SuperFancom. Contact us at SuperFancomShow@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram at SuperFancomShow. Listen to us via phone at Stitcher, as well as Spotify, Google Play, and Switch at SuperFancom, or on YouTube. And check out all of our affiliates like JList, Amazon, the Green Teahouse Symbol Bundle. For Kira, Cass, Deej, and Bucky, I'm Retro Rick. Good night.
執着の血を焦がす寡黙な炎おびき寄せられた神々の化身恐れを知らぬ剣が貫く目指す場所とはまだ見ぬ定め近づいてくる決戦の時打つべきピリオドはスタープラチナ始まってしまった物語に奪われたままの時に今終わりを告げるため歩き続けるクルセイダー空白のラストページにその拳を叩き込め End of the world その血の記憶オラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラ雨のようなエメラルド砂漠に触ればクシャなので勇者見せる蜃気の闇の気配を波紋のいばら復活のため選ばぬ手段無垢ない基地を求めさまよう歴史に映くサビスタープラチナ始まってしまった物語に流してきた悲しみに今終わりを告げるため命をかけたクルセイダー宿命のラストページにその怒りを叩き込め光と闇の出 デスペリー巡る歴史はブラッディ受け継がれる不滅のフライ始まってしまった物語に奪われたままの時に今終わりを告げるため歩き続けるクルセイダー空白のラストページにその拳を叩き込め始まってしまった物語に流してきた悲しみに今終わりを告げるため命をかけたクルセイダー宿命のラストページにその怒りを叩き込めエンド